Many of the best football players in history, many of whom are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and NFL record books, came from HBCU colleges, which have a rich and colorful past. They are affiliated with schools like Florida A&M, Jackson State, Tennessee State, Grambling, and the MEAC and SWAC leagues. We'll be delving into the histories of several outstanding black NFL players who had an effect on their world. We'll be exploring fascinating details about these legendary athletes in this video, including their personal lives, career accomplishments, and the legacy some of them left behind. Every detail, from their modest beginnings in Mississippi to their heartbreaking and premature passing, highlights a different facet of this incredible guy who wore the helmet. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, an American professional gridiron football player, was born in Starkville, Mississippi on October 13, 1962. He is widely regarded as the best wide receiver in National Football League (NF) history. Rice, who mostly played for the San Francisco 49ers, set numerous NFL records, including those for career touchdowns 208, receptions 15,549, and reception yardage 22,295. As his brother tossed bricks at him while working for their father, Rice, the son of a bricklayer, was praised for having strong, trustworthy hands. On a football scholarship, he went to Mississippi Valley State University in Itabena. In Division 8A of the National Collegiate Athletic Association, he established 18 records, including the record for most receptions in a single game, earning him All-America accolades. The San Francisco 49ers selected Rice in the first round of the 1985 NFL Draft. After focusing on the complex throw patterns of the San Francisco attack, he had trouble hanging onto the ball at first. However, in his second season, he caught 86 passes and led the league in receiving yards 15 and touchdown catches 15. Rice flourished with San Francisco head coach Bill Walsh's West Coast style, which was centered on the quarterback throwing a lot of short, fast throws and the receivers executing accurate routes. In 2006, Jerry Rice officially put up his spikes. After retirement, he started a natural energy drink firm, supported philanthropic causes, and worked in the media. Walter Payton. Walter Payton, also known as Walter Jerry Payton, was an American professional football running back who spent 13 seasons with the Chicago Bears in the National Football League. He was born on July 25, 1955, and passed away on November 1, 1999. He goes by Sweetness and is considered by many to be one of the all-time great football players. Payton started his football career in Mississippi and went on to play for the Tigers at Jackson State University, where he had an incredible collegiate career and was twice named a Little All-American. At the conclusion of the 1987 season, he announced his retirement from football. In his 13 NFL seasons, he ran for at least 200 yards, with 2 of those seasons being cut short due to lockouts. Payton is renowned for being a productive rusher and was selected to the Pro Bowl 9 times. In addition to many other categories, he holds the NFL records for career running yards, touchdowns, carries, yards from scrimmage, and all-purpose yards. Payton caught 8 touchdown passes in his career and finished his career with the most catches of any non-receiver. In 1993, Payton was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The same year, he was also inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. In 1996, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. 1994's NFL 75th Anniversary All-Time Team and 2019's NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team both included him. In addition to his sporting prowess, Payton was well known for his charitable work. Even after learning that he had a rare liver illness, he continued to aggressively promote organ donation awareness. Numerous lives have been saved because of Payton's support for organ donation, which also has a good social effect. Payton suffered from primary sclerosing cholangitis, a rare liver illness, for many months before passing away at the age of 46 from cholangiocarcinoma on November 1st, 1999. David Jones. David D. Jones, often known as Deacon Jones, was a renowned American football player who was among the first really exceptional defensive players in the NFL. Jones, who was born in Florida in 1938, joined the Los Angeles Rams in 1961. He was soon known for his physicality and aggressive style of play. He also gained notoriety for his so-called head slap technique, which helped him destabilize opponents and more easily get to the opposing quarterback. Deacon Jones has been selected to 7 Pro Bowls and won Defensive Player of the Year twice. After a remarkable 14-year NFL career, he is now regarded as one of the greatest players of all time at his position. He is regarded as one of the best defenders in NFL history because of his widespread appeal, which helped him become a real American football star. Due to his natural speed, agility, and quickness, Deacon Jones rose to prominence as one of the best pass rushers in the industry. But he would never have gotten the opportunity to play professional football if it weren't for the coincidental sight of 2 Rams scouts watching footage of an opponent. From 1965 to 1970, Jones was the unanimous choice for all league honors 6 times in a row. In addition, he participated in 7 consecutive Pro Bowls from 1965 to 1971 and was chosen for an 8th in 1973. One major news organization named him the NFL's best defensive player in 1967 and 1968. Dent Richard. American professional football defensive end Richard Lamar Dent was born on December 13, 1960. He played in the National Football League, NFL, mostly for the Chicago Bears. In 2011, he was inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl XX. Following his 4 years of play at Tennessee State University and his 1983 graduation, Dent was selected by the Bears with the 203rd overall choice in the 8th round of the 1983 NFL Draft. He was among the elite group of players that helped establish the Bears' defense as a famous unit in the 1980s. Dent amassed 34.5 sacks in 1984-1985. In the previous season, he set a franchise record with 17.5 sacks. Dent left the game following the 1997 campaign. 137.5 sacks and 8 interceptions during his career were among his stats. He returned these picks for 89 yards and 1 score. In addition, he recovered 13 fumbles, gaining 56 yards and 1 score from them. In his debut season with the Bears, which ran from 1983 until 1993, he recorded 124.5 sacks. His 137.5 sacks at the time of his retirement put him 3rd in NFL history, behind Bruce Smith and Reggie White. Aeneas Williams. Aeneas, Demetrius Williams, an American football player who spent 14 seasons in the National Football League NFL, mostly with the Arizona Cardinals organization, was born on January 29, 1968. He was a cornerback and safety. After playing collegiate football for the Southern Jaguars, he was drafted by the Cardinals in the 3rd round of the 1991 NFL Draft, where he played for 10 seasons. He played with the St. Louis Rams for his last 4 seasons. Williams was selected for 8 Pro Bowls, earned 3 first-team All-Pro choices, and was included on the 2nd NFL All-Decade team of the 1990s. In 2014, he was admitted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 12 defensive touchdowns, including 9 interceptions returned for scores and 3 fumble runbacks for touchdowns, are in Williams' professional resume. Williams had 23 fumble recoveries and 55 interceptions. His playing career lasted with the Phoenix Cardinals from 1991 to 2000, and with the St. Louis Rams from 2001 to 2004. After Williams' impressive rookie season tied the NFC record for most interceptions, the then Phoenix Cardinals were so pleased with his performance that they took him in the 3rd round of the 1991 NFL Draft. Williams is now the founding pastor of the St. Anne, Missouri suburb of Spirit Church. He and his spouse Tracy have a son named Lazarus and 3 daughters: Sayanea, Aeneas written backwards, Tirzah, and Cheyenne. Mel Blount. American professional football cornerback Melvin Cornell Blount was born on April 10, 1948, and spent 14 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League, NFL. In 1989, he was elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame after winning 5 Pro Bowls. Blount was a member of the Southern Jaguars collegiate football team. He is regarded as one of the NFL's all-time great cornerbacks. During a period when pass interference laws were less strict, his muscular play style made him one of the most feared defensive backs in the game. A Pro Scouts All-American who started the Mel Blount Youth Home while playing cornerback and safety at Southern, Blount started in the Steelers secondary in 1972. Mel Blount was well known for his rough play style with a focus on bump-and-run pass defense. He outmuscled pass receivers physically with his size and quickness. Williams Downg. Douglas Lee Williams, an American football administrator and former coach and player, was born on August 9, 1955. Williams became the first black quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins against the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 15. For this reason, he is most remembered for his performance. After shattering 2 Super Bowl throwing records, 340 yards overall, and becoming the first player to throw 4 touchdowns in a single quarter, he was awarded MVP of the game. Eddie Robinson was the head coach of Grambling State University, where Williams played. He was on the same squad as future NFL receiver Sammy White for his first 2 seasons. Williams topped the NCAA in 1977 in a number of statistics, including yards per play 8.6, passing yards 3,286, total yards from scrimmage 3,249, and touchdown passes 38. In the Heisman Trophy vote, Williams came in 4th place, behind only Earl Campbell, Terry Miller, and Ken McAfee. Williams had to deal with bigotry from both his coaching staff and the spectators, since he was the only starting African-American quarterback in the NFL at the time. The Doug Williams Group, Inc., is a results-driven professional services company with a focus on all facets of performance improvement. Mr. Doug Williams serves as its CEO. The company, which serves numerous sectors, assists its customers in raising earnings, cutting expenses, and improving customer satisfaction. Mr. Williams is a credentialed master black belt who has effectively used operations and Lean Six Sigma knowledge in a variety of settings. Operational assessments, process improvement, project management, and survey systems are among the Doug Williams Group's service lines. Art Shell. Arthur Lee Shell Jr., an American former professional football player and coach, was born on November 26, 1946. He was an offensive lineman with the Oakland Los Angeles Raiders in the National Football League NFL and the American Football League AFL. In the 3rd round, 80th overall in the 1968 NFL-AFL draft, he was selected by the Raiders while playing collegiate football at Maryland State College, which is now known as University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Shell went to North Charleston, South Carolina's Bonds Wilson High School. The school has closed its doors. Shell is a graduate of Princess Anne, Maryland's Maryland State College, which is now called the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 25 years ago, Art Shell got into bed on an autumn night. It was a ringing phone as he watched Nightline. It was Oakland Raiders owner Al Davis. It was a call that would start the chain reaction of events. Davis said to Shell, "I'm thinking about making a switch." At first, Shell sat up in bed and said, "I'm thinking about making you the head coach of the Raiders." His heart started to beat quickly. At the time, Shell had the position of offensive line coach under head coach Mike Shanahan. Shell was completely taken off guard by Davis's move. Shell was thinking about a lot of things. one of which was that he would be the first black head coach in the history of the sport. She got off the bed. Michael Strahan. Born on November 21, 1971, Michael Anthony Strahan, pronounced Strahan, is an American journalist, television personality, and former professional football player. He was a defensive end with the New York Giants of the National Football League (NFL) for his entire 15-year professional career. In his last season, in 2007, he helped the Giants defeat the New England Patriots in Super Bowl XL. After leaving the NFL, Strahan became well known in the media and easily adjusted to life in front of the camera, just as he had on the football field. He began doing football analysis segments on Fox NFL Sunday in 2008. He then became a co-host of ABC's Good Morning America and Live. For Kelly, he was the recipient of 2 Daytime Emmy Awards. Michael Strahan was a professional football player before becoming a co-host on Good Morning America. In addition, the TV personality calls football plays on Fox NFL Sunday. McNair Steve McNair, an American football player, was born on February 14, 1973, in Mount Olive, Mississippi, and passed away on July 4, 2009, in Nashville, Tennessee. During his 13 NFL seasons from 1995 to 2008, he threw 174 touchdown passes, mostly while playing for the Tennessee Titans. Rather than play defensive back at a large institution, McNair, a Mississippi native, decided to attend the small, historically black division Wyandotte School, now in the Football Championship Subdivision FCS, at Alcorn State Institution, where he could play quarterback. During his 4 years of collegiate football, he started all but one of Alcorn State's games as quarterback. It was well known that McNair could run and throw the ball. With his powerful arm and agility, he was a dangerous foe for any defense. Shannon. American former tight end Shannon Sharpe was born on June 26, 1968, and played 14 seasons in the National Football League (NFL), mostly with the Denver Broncos. He is ranked 3rd in tight end catches, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. He is regarded as one of the all-time great tight ends. In addition, he was the first tight end in NFL history to have over 10,000 receiving yards. In 2011, he was admitted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Sharpe was an all-state athlete in 3 sports at Glenville High School. He is the younger brother of former NFL standout wide receiver Sterling Sharpe. Sharpe was born and raised in Glenville, Georgia. He said, "I was a terrible student. I didn't graduate magna cum laude. I graduated, thank you, Lottie." He played football, basketball, and track and field at Savannah State University. He also joked, "We were so poor, a robber once broke into our house and we ended up robbing the robber." Donnie Shell, an American retired professional football player, was born on August 26, 1952. He played safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League (NFL) from 1974 to 1987. In the 1970s, Shell was a part of the Steelers' renowned Steel Curtain defense. With 51 interceptions throughout his career, Shell is the strongest safety player with the most in NFL history. Over the course of his 14 NFL seasons, he had at least 1 interception and was named an All-Pro 4 times and a Pro Bowler 5 times. Because of his flexibility, Shell was able to have a lot of different kinds of impacts in games, not the least of which was his hard-hitting style. Shell also played college football under Willie Jeffries at South Carolina State University, where he was a teammate of Harry Carson, a future linebacker for the New York Giants and Hall of Famer, and won conference and All-American awards. After leaving the Panthers front office, Shell served as Johnson C. Smith University's Spiritual Life Center's director from 2010 to 2015. In addition to the Mel Blount Youth, the John Stallworth Scholarship Foundation, and the Donnie Shell Scholarship Foundation, which collaborates with the Presidential Promise Scholarship Program to award scholarships to students attending Shell's alma mater, South Carolina State University. He and his spouse, Paulette, are involved in a number of civic and cultural organizations. Historically, black colleges and universities, HBCUs, are American higher education establishments that were founded prior to the Civil Rights Act of 1964, with the primary goal of serving the African American community. With the goal of fostering inspiration, growth, and connections between undergraduate and graduate students and league partners and industry experts, the HBCU Careers in Football Forum was created. Students from HBCUs will come together via the program to be inspired, developed, and connected to NFL league and club officials, as well as other professionals and organizations in the sports business. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Do like, comment, and share if you would want to see more of our videos. Thank you for viewing.